For football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The ball on the tee. We're set for football, and we are underway from the Superdome. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On play action, Winston. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
On third down, Winston. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Winston, quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
That's another Saints first down.
To throw is Winston. And he's got his man on the out route. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Panthers' 25-yard line.
To the air again with Winston. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3.
And Winston lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Pete Werner in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the play.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. They'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this one is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. But it'll be second down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First down, Panthers.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Herbert operating from the red zone.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
Score Panthers 14. Saints nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2nd and 20.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's another Saints 1st down. 1st down.
Play fake. Winston steps away to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Winston. The quick slant caught. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Saints have cut it back within a score. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now this throw caught left side. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for Carolina. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Tremble with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it 21-8.
Saints 8.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the
And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 26 mark. Watch us slap.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Hook up a 15 yards there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd down.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. They snap it to Herbert. Flush to his right. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first down, Justin Herbert. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Saints 8.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On play action, Winston. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Off the play fake, Winston. Looking long for Westbrook. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Just keeping the play alive. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown lead.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
It got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25.
Play action now. Winston.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
They go play action. Winston. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Yetur Gross-Matos.
What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's C.J.